pressure's off her this year. She's got some size on the inside, and 6'6" Stephanie Soares. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Two of the best talents these two programs have ever had. A lot of folks think two of the best teams they've ever had at Iowa and Iowa State. Home whites for the Hawkeyes, cardinal and gold for the Cyclones. And what will likely be the last head-to-head between Clark and Jones, unless they meet up in the NCAA tournament. Here is Caitlin Clark after the Ashley Jones miss. Monica Czinano, mid-range for two.
We won't expect the shot clock to be a factor. Bill Fennelly for Iowa State, the head coach, likes to script the first 3 sets to see how Iowa is going to defend certain actions, and then he builds his offensive game plan off that.
That should be a good matchup inside with Czinano, and here is the newcomer, Stephanie Soares. For Iowa State, the transfer has had a huge impact in the paint for them. Clark, the pick, the roll, Czinano with a couple of buckets early.
If both these teams keep the ball in the middle third of the floor, it is hard to guard the two-man game. They both have outstanding three-point shooters. Neither one guards a three-point line very well. Expect there to be a lot of space and a lot of opportunity to operate for both.
There's a look at Bill Fennelly, now in his 28th season. Last year, a school record 28 wins. They made it to the Sweet 16. They love to shoot the three. They're outstanding free throw shooters. And they need to knock down some of those. Lexi Donarski and Danae Fritz have been chilly from outside the line the last couple of games. As Iowa State starts out 0 for 4 from the floor. Clark rejected on the drive. Numbers for the Cyclones.
Well, there's the first adjustment that Iowa's going to have to make. You can't just get all the way to the rim with the shot blocker Soares inside. Stephanie Soares, 6'6", the senior, the transfer from an NAIA school. Right now, she's 4th in the nation in block shots at a little better than 3 a game, so you can't over-penetrate in the paint.
Clark pulls up off the mark.
You know what, Beth? That's the logo that I think Caitlin Clark's going to have to get to more tonight in this matchup, is the one in the paint.
The Big Ten logo, not the Hawkeye at midcourt. She has that kind of range. Emily Ryan, 5th in the country in assists, running the point for Iowa State. Shot clock down to 5. Still searching for their first basket. They open up 0 for 6.
See, Caitlin Clark is guarding Danae Fritz, and she was all the way over helping to discourage the entry to the post. And then she got out to recover. Fritz is going to have some open shots. She's going to have to make some tonight.
Czinano working on Soares, goes to the hook, and Monica. In the win over Wisconsin the other night, she was 9 of 10 from the floor. She starts out 3 for 3 tonight.
One way to handle going against a shot blocker is to bury them in the rim, and that's exactly what Czinano does with most post defenders.
Soares steps away, Jones scrapping for the rebound, and it comes out to Clark. Caitlin, logo 3. Her first attempt of the night from out there.
You know that these Iowa Hawkeye fans sit on the edge of their seat in this building watching Caitlin Clark.
Soares hits the triple, the senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
We were laughing about Soares, watching her today at shoot-around and before the game. I didn't see her take one post-up shot. I didn't see her shoot a hook shot. All I saw her shoot threes the whole time.
Bringing the international flavor. Both these teams combine for almost 23s per game, so we expect to see an awful lot of that tonight. And Iowa foul off the ball on Soares.
And so, Beth, to finish that point, is Iowa is 248 out of 350 teams in defending the three, and Iowa State is 333. So it's going to be flying tonight.
There's Lisa Bluter, the Naismith Coach of the Year a couple seasons ago. Top 5 in the nation in active wins, now in her 23rd season. And the win the other day over Wisconsin tied her with C. Vivian Stringer for the most Big Ten regular season wins in history.
And congratulations to Coach Stringer on getting the court names at Rutgers.
Spent a dozen years here at Iowa City.
So I think Iowa State's getting good shot selection. They just are not converting.
Off the bounce, Kate Martin is turned away. Here's Molly Davis, the transfer from Central Michigan, whose minutes are picking up. O'Grady goes to the left, around and out. So both coaches going to the bench here in the first quarter to get some fresh bigs into the ball game, with O'Grady and Morgan Kane on the other side.
I like it. A rivalry game, high emotion, get everybody a little sweat going, get them all involved and having a feel for the rhythm of the game.
Here's Ashley Jones. Steps back, short. Wow, 1 for 10 to start for Iowa State. Clark off the bounce, taking it all the way. One of the best in the game at getting to the free throw line. In fact, more attempts than anybody else, about 8 per game.
I mean, if you sit back and wait till she comes to you, you're already on your heels. She is so good going right, so good attacking the rim. And she's put on a little bit of muscle. We were giving her a hard time today at shoot around. She says she's about 151.
That's 8 pounds of muscle. There are the numbers. I mean, hits the glass, can dish.
Coming off a triple-double, her 7th of the season. Prior to that, a 45-point game in here against NC State in a losing effort.
Debbie, I think you're one of those of the belief, I am too, that they are much better off if she maybe drops 30 and everybody, and a couple other people can give them 10 to 15 and get the balance.
She takes 19 shots a game. She's going to look to shoot it. And Monica Czinano buries Soares, 6-6 in the rim. How about that offhand hook shot? You gotta love it.
(7-3) Iowa on top early, courtesy of Monica Czinano. Good showdown tonight, Debbie, with her and Stephanie Soares.
Oh, I love the size of Soares at 6'6", who can shoot the three, very good in the trail, in the pick and pop, in the middle third, in the slots, and then Czinano. Footwork, the work before the ball comes in, buries defenders in the rim, shows hands and numbers to the basketball, shapes up nicely. It's a really interesting matchup. The other side of that is Czinano has to guard Soares on the perimeter. You know, most bigs don't like to chase another big around.
Last year, Monica led the nation, shooting 68% from the floor, and was named an honorable mention All-America.
4 of the last 5 years, a post player from Iowa has led the nation in field goal percentage. That would be Megan Gustafson, who was the other, whose jersey's hanging in this building. Zone by Iowa off the timeout.
Naimir Dew can't knock it down. 1 for 12 to start the game for Iowa State. Clark and Jones, by the way, still looking for their first baskets. And Ashley Jones actually on the side right now. Off the bounce, Davis scoops it up and in.
Let me tell you, this Molly Davis right here, a big-time scorer in the Mid-American Conference when she played at Central Michigan University. I watched her many times. I was always intrigued by her high-level skill set.
She has a knack, according to Lisa Bluter when we talked to her today at shoot-around. Very savvy on the floor. They throw the double at Soares, and Czinano ties her up, and the possession arrow gets it to the Hawkeyes.
So now Bill Fennelly knows when Soares goes to the block, they're definitely going to bring the double. Now you've got to play through it, because what you want to do is throw it down there, draw 2, reverse it to the other side for an open 3.
Fennelly will also get Soares and Jones back on the court. Bought him an extra minute coming out of that last timeout.
Donarski's got to stay out of foul trouble. She's probably the best defender that Iowa State has on the perimeter. You don't want to put Jones on her.
That's number 21 defending Clark. Her pass is picked off. Donarski got in foul trouble in their North Carolina game, and that's when things turned against the Cyclones. And they lost a 17-point lead and lost the game. She can't wrap it around there. On the run, Warnock pulls up, off off the window.
See, can't take it all the way to the rim. Shot blocker there. Beautiful use of the glass. I love a pull-up jump shot in transition.
Off the window. Donarski off the bounce. Back out to Jones, trying to relocate. Stolen by Clark. Caitlin Clark. In the trail. Warnock, no. Jones, short. She starts out 0 for 5 in the ballgame. Wow, 1 of 14 shooting for Iowa State.
Yet Iowa can't separate.
Clark drops it off for Sonano. Another block for Suarez, and then she bothered the second shot. Altering the game in the lane right now. Emily Ryan out of Claflin, Kansas. And one.
You're going to mention Claflin, Kansas. You know I'm going to bring up Jackie Stiles.
It's my assist.
Jackie Stiles went to Claflin High School in Claflin, Kansas. How could there possibly be 2 kids that come out of there scoring that much?
And Saturday's ACC Big 12 college basketball double dip. It's North Carolina hosting Georgia Tech, followed by Kansas, Missouri. Both games are on ESPN and the app. Wasn't Jackie's dad the high school coach there?
Yeah, Pat.
Pat Stiles?
I think this is a good job of Bill Fennelly taking Ashley Jones out for a second, right? He's over there having a long conversation with her.
Tendency maybe to do too much in this kind of game?
Just let the game come to you. I don't think she's forced anything, but see, she's going to come right back in. So, you know, you give her a chance to get a breath and say, hey, listen, you don't have to do everything. Just play hard and do your thing.
Clark. Boy, she and Caitlin 0 for so far to start this one. Gabby Marshall with a nice defensive play forces the turnover. So here comes Jones back on the floor.
Sometimes you just need to take a deep breath, and you know, it's the last time playing in the rivalry. Obviously, she's from here. There's a lot of people in the building that have been following her career since she was a young kid.
The Little Hawks of Iowa City High. She is the active career leader in points in her 5th season in the NCAA. And only Aaliyah Boston at South Carolina has more rebounds amongst active players than Ashley Jones does. Has put up some big numbers, over 2,000 and over 1,000. Good screens to free up the shooter, Lexi Donarski. Beatrice Jordow was the screen setter. That's a new frontline player added to the lineup tonight, returning from injury for Iowa State. Clark, the fade. Hard off the back iron.
Well, I don't know how that pass got cross court.
Wow. One thing you know about Jones and Clark, they don't worry about missing the last shot. They're still going to take the next one. And there it is.
No conscious. And maybe that little break that Bill Fennelly gave her might make a difference.
And they have rallied to tie this game. A reach-in foul, and the Cyclones will have a crack at the lead here after they trailed by 8. And a slow start for the 2 All-Americans, Jones and Clark.
Oh, but don't turn away, because
is that only going to make them mad?
They both have the wow factor. Why do you think all these people are in this building tonight? They are ticket-selling players.
They are filling the seats. Jones trying to get 2 in a row. Suarez with the rebound, but it's Clark right there. Can she get her first bucket before the break?
You literally have to get 2 hips, 2 shoulders in front of her. And she's going to hold for the last shot here. It's good clock management.
Trying to end an 8-0 run for the Cyclones.
They're shifting to a zone, which I like. Bill Fennelly, good change.
And now the response from Bluter, shouting out a new play to run. 5 on the shot clock. Sonano Warnock, step back. Well, they got it out of the hands of Caitlin Clark, and the miss. And we are tied at 11 through the first quarter at Iowa City. Hawkeyes and Cyclones. Tied at 11 as we get set to start the second quarter here in Iowa City. And the season recap for Iowa State. Started out 5-0 with a big win over Michigan State, and then went out to Portland, had a huge lead over North Carolina and lost it. And their only defeat of the season. They are the preseason favorites to win the Big 12 after a trip to the Sweet 16 a year ago. Debbie, they can score it. They shoot a lot of threes. They're good at the line. And for the Iowa Hawkeyes, another team that can really score it. They've been challenged. They're 6-3, including losses to UConn and NC State. But Caitlin Clark was telling us this afternoon, there's no panic. Remember, last year, en route to the Big Ten championship, they had 3 losses as well before Christmas.
You know what? Both of these teams play in really good leagues. The Big Ten is really loaded. We've already seen Ohio State and Maryland, right? Indiana's up there ranked.
Yep,
Michigan, I've seen, is really good. I think Michigan is better minus Naz Hillman. That's a hard thing to say, right? Or you have to see how well they're playing together. And then the Big 12. Baylor is, you've got to keep your eye on Baylor. They were picked 4th in that league. Texas is going to come back, right?
Rory
Oklahoma.
Harmon's working her way back into shape.
So both of these teams have many games left on their schedule to impress the committee or whoever you want to impress.
Clark. Sonano held ball, and that'll stay at this end. Boy, these are 2 of the top coaches around with over 20 years experience just at their respective schools right now. Good chess match, Fennelly and Bluder. Clark spins, window, no. Caitlin Clark 0 for 9 to open up the ball game. Ashley Jones just 1 basket, got a whistle and a foul off the ball. And that'll be on Sonano.
See, Sonano and Suarez have already picked up cheap fouls, you know, away from the ball. Neither one of them can afford to get in foul trouble, respectively. Lisa Bluder's going to challenge right now that call with the officials because I didn't see much there.
Jesse Dickerson, Roy Golbayan, and Keisha Thompson are officials tonight. Off the bounce, and over the top of Clark goes Danae Fritz, redshirt freshman from Tennessee.
I mean, whoever ends up with Clark on them defensively, you got to look to take it to the basket and put some pressure on her on the defensive end.
Iowa State with the lead for the first time tonight. Sonano. Boy, Suarez really bothers every shot in there. Whether she gets the block or not, she's altering things on the dribble penetration for Iowa. Donarski. Pass deflected.
That's why you got to have high hands on that roll.
That's a walk from Fritz.
I don't feel like Iowa State is in a very good rhythm offensively yet, right? I mean, it just feels like they're hesitant, like a half a step or a half a beat. You know, the ball's got to move. You got to keep the ball moving. That's when they're at their best, and they're not going to get a lot of transition in this game. You know, Iowa's always going to be looking for transition, so you're going to have to execute in the quarter court.
Well, and neither side has been able to loosen things up. Usually they're knocking down 3 after 3 after 3, and that hasn't been the case just yet.
Well, Iowa averages making 10 a game. They are 0 for 4.
Iowa State also 10 a game. What are they now?
2 for 9.
2 for 9. Sonano buries the defender. They immediately go inside with Suarez out of the game.
You know, she is so good doing the work before the ball comes in. She knows how to shape up and uses her body. She gets great position at the front of the rim. 2 feet in the paint is going to be 2 points all night for Monica.
8 points, 4 rebounds already for Czinano. Make it 5 rebounds. Clark on the run with a Warnock to the rim. Different ball game without Suarez in there to protect the rim, and Iowa taking advantage.
What a pass. Great vision up the floor by Caitlin Clark.
4 assists for Clark.
She's always going to find a way to impact the game.
And
there's
she
a steal.
strips. Clark drops it off for Warnock. Rebound Kane. Iowa State will push. Donarski swatted out of bounds by Kate Martin.
Look at the vision up the floor by Caitlin Clark. She passes it right through the D. Warnock all the way to the rim, and then Kate Martin making a play on the other end.
Clark takes a breather.
See, Molly Davis can run the point for Iowa.
Ryan probes.
See, Iowa's just going to keep going underneath everything until Iowa State starts making some shots.
Bill Fennelly having a word with Emily Ryan. Coming into the last 4 games for Iowa State, she had 34 assists and only 7 turnovers. She's had a couple here in the first half. Czinano again backing down on Kane, couldn't hit the shot. Numbers now for Iowa State. Donarski for 3. Marshall able to tip it to Davis.
They are always looking to feed the post. That's the one thing that Iowa does so well, is 4 out, 1 in around Monica Czinano.
On ESPN's NBA Friday doubleheader, LeBron and the Lakers tipping with the Sixers. That game at 7:30. And then Giannis and the Bucks are in Dallas to take on the Mavs and Luka Doncic. It all starts with NBA Countdown at 7 o'clock.
Caitlin Clark told us today that Luka Doncic is her favorite player to
Big
watch.
fan. Loves the step back. She's added that to her repertoire. Constant motion for this Iowa State offense, and stepping into the passing lane is Warnock for the steal.
Iowa State just got to stop turning the ball over. That's 9 turnovers in the first half. This is a team that only turns the ball over 13 times a game. Neither one of these teams force a bunch of turnovers. According to Her Hoop stats, they're both in the top 15 in defensive rebounding percentage, and they're both in the top 10 in 2-point field goal percentage. They're so similar on paper.
No, not a good entry pass. Jones saw that one coming a mile away and then draws the foul, headed the other way. And Ashley, the 2-time Cheryl Miller Award winner as the best small forward in college basketball, will head to the free throw line.
Off their defense, they need something to get going, right? And maybe getting to the free throw line will help get them going a little bit. Without Caitlin Clark on the floor, and this is a good time for Lisa Bluder to give her a rest, right? It's a 1-possession game.
Jones hits on the first.
Now she's back on the free throw line, Caitlin Clark. I wouldn't want to go too many possessions without her on the floor.
No, I'd want to play 40 minutes in this ball game, right?
Well, the pace is such that she can play 40 minutes. Now they have a bunch of sets in the offensive package with her off the ball. It's hard to play without her having the ball in her hands also while she's out there.
There she is, the step back, a little Doncic-like, and Caitlin Clark finally hits her first basket of the night.
When she goes left and she pulls it back with that step back, can't guard it.
Donchichian on that shot. Suarez outside. No. Let's see if that ignites Caitlin at all.
She's going to pull a three right here.
Stolke.
They're not guarding Stolke.
Martin. Now to Clark with Donarski, last year's Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year honor.
Good D by Donarski.
Clark steps to the side, no. O'Grady gets him another chance. Open, Martin.
Who did Caitlin Clark tell us today was going to have a big game tonight?
I think it was Kate Martin.
I think it was.
Well, the miss inside, good fight for the rebound. Suarez swing it back out top, and we got a whistle off the ball. Don't count the bucket. Martin fouled Jones underneath.
Molly Davis to Kate Martin.
Splash.
Rebecca,
4:07 to
please.
go in the half, and look at the movement.
Some offense.
Look at the movement. This is the preseason AP poll, Debbie, with Texas, Iowa, Tennessee, and Louisville. The parity this year, 9 of the teams have already suffered a loss, and those 4 highlighted already knocked out of the top 10 in the first month of the new year, new season.
And Texas, Tennessee, and Louisville are not in the poll right now. A lot of movement, a lot of parity, all good for the game. As long as you're working on situations, because there's a lot of end-of-game situations happening right now. Wait till we get to conference play. It's going to be even more.
Update on the scoreboard, by the way. That last 3 counted with a foul off the ball, so they get possession as well. Possibly a 6-point trip up the floor here. Ryan makes it so.
What a big play. What a big swing right there.
Cyclones back on top. Clark and Sonano, the 2-man game. Clark skips, Davis, 3 blocked. Ryan got out there. Already the 3rd block shot of the half for Iowa State. Jones. Off the bounce to the left hand for the lay-in, her 2nd bucket.
8 quick points for Iowa State. And you notice you can't really face guard or try to keep the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands. You just got to guard her once she gets it, and you know she's going to look to take shots. You just got to do the best you can. Try to keep her off the free throw line, try to take away her vision in the 2-man game.
Clark and Jones with 1 trip each to the line. That's it here in the first half. Suarez steps away, got her feet planted. An 11-0 run for Iowa State. And they're doing it with the 3-ball. Clark tries to respond and does.
Did we call for some offense?
I believe that
Good
was
job, Rebecca.
the call. The siren song.
Yeah, Sonano's going to have to get out on that. That's 2 threes that Suarez has hit. Switch.
Looking for another.
Oh, what a great play, though. They tagged the roll. The cross-court pass is open. Great read by Emily Ryan.
Clark. No. And Suarez has it. Her 7th rebound to go along with 6 points and a couple of blocks. Ryan into the lane. I think they said the whistle was before the shot. Saturday afternoon on ABC, it's Patrick Ewing in Georgetown taking on Jim Boeheim in Syracuse. 1 o'clock the start. And then it's #1 Houston and 8th-ranked Alabama. Saturday afternoon doubleheader for you on ABC.
Syracuse, after losing 3 in a row, has won 2 in a row.
Yes. Houston, #1 for the first time since Phi Slamma Jamma. And they're going to call the walk on Jones. Minute and a half to go here in the first half.
This is what you call a late whistle or a patient whistle. Take away the bucket. Travel.
No Suarez in the middle right now. Defensively for Iowa State. They get it in there. Czinano with a touch and a foul on Morgan Kane.
I mean, Czinano does such a great job moving her feet. It's hard to get in front of her. If you get in front, they're going to throw the lob. You got a player 3/4 behind. And as you mentioned earlier, Beth, 67.4% from the floor. And those are contested twos.
Nice cut, Warnock. Missed the layup.
Yeah, I think she's been open. They got to throw it in there earlier. If you don't throw that pass in there, that foul doesn't get called.
Second foul on Monica Czinano.
Watch Suarez run the floor, and she runs, she moves. Okay, she gets great position, throw it in there.
Iowa State in the bonus. So Suarez to the free throw line, 71% on the season. An NAIA All-American out of Masters University before joining Iowa State this season. A long line of family members starred at Masters, and she wanted to finish it up in the Big 12 and a big challenge. Final minute of the first half.
Definitely going to get a 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Clark, Marshall. Clark calling for it. Defended by Espen Miller-McGrew. O'Grady picked by Ryan. Here comes Jones the other way. On the run, Donarski with the left hand. Shot clock is off.
This is a lot lower scoring and slower pace than we anticipated, I think, because neither team has shot the ball very well. Well below their season average.
Caitlin Clark, the cross, the step back, the fade, no good. Struggles offensively for both sides. A 13-3 run for Iowa State to close out the half. As we get you to Monica and Rebecca in the studio with the halftime report. For the second half here in Iowa City, 5-point lead, Cyclones over Hawkeyes. Thanks to a 13-3 run to close out that first half. Beth Mowins alongside Debbie Antonelli. Of course, all the attention on the two All-America guards coming in. So naturally, it's about the two bigs in that first half.
They played well. I mean, it's got to pick up, right? I mean, the offense is going to come around for both these clubs. For Iowa State, part of that run was Suarez's ability to knock down triples. She's really good in that pick and pop action. I would say that Bill Finley's going to run that to start the second half. And on the other side, Czinano does such a great job of shaping up, getting positioned inside, putting pressure on that back row of most defenses, even burying the 6'6" shot blocker in the rim. I'm going to tell you right now, Beth, this Caitlin Clark here, 2 for 14, forget about it. Like, she's going to take 15 shots here in the second half, and she's going to make 7 of them.
It is the most missed shots in a single half in her career. So both she and Jones, a chilly first half. Will things warm up for them in the second? And Clark whistled for the foul with Danae Fritz backing her under the basket.
That's Caitlin Clark's first foul. I thought maybe Fritz got away with a travel. But Caitlin Clark, you know, you got to attack her, right? This first half we talked about. Attack her on the defensive end.
Misses on the first. Out of Maryville, Tennessee, but born in Ames. Both of her parents, ISU grads. And Fritz missed them both.
Emily Ryan's got the assignment on Clark right now.
22 in White, 24 in Cardinal are the two studs for their respective sides. They have split their first two meetings in the last couple of seasons. Jones is older than Clark. This might be the last time that these two are a part of this storied rivalry. Really is unique when you consider the two powerhouses so successful over the years in state. Czinano blocked. Soares with her third of the ball game. A held ball will keep it at this end, and Soares may have taken a shot to the noggin.
This is really good interior passing when you don't have 6'6" at the rim, right? Soares does a great job of recovering right here. Oh, you can see the follow-through by Czinano hits Soares on the face, and the officials doesn't look like they're going to go look at it. It's just a basketball play. It's fine.
Czinano with 2 fouls in that first half. Another example, though, of how Soares has changed the game. In the middle for Iowa State, it's 6'6". Clark and Czinano short on the shot. Soares with the rebound. That's her 9th. Working on a double-double is Stephanie. Her 4 double-doubles, leads the Big 12 early in the season.
They run her off a pin down action. She can play off a lot of different screening action at 6'6".
Donarski on the drive with the left hand. Their biggest lead of the ball game. Now Clark. Here's Kate Martin inside Czinano, and a foul on Soares. I mean, that will be her second.
You talk about wanting the basketball right there. Czinano wants the ball. This is just a nice crossover right here by Donarski. Good take to the offhand off the glass. Good post up on the inside to occupy that help defense.
Czinano, 65% from the line, the 5th year out of Watertown, Minnesota. They tied Ohio State for the regular season title and then won the Big Ten tournament a year ago, and everybody came back.
She's got like a jump shot from the free throw line.
Crowd trying to help them out. Ryan short. Here comes Caitlin Clark. Tough pass and the turnover. Ashley Jones. Both sides like to play at this pace, but they're accustomed to knocking some more shots in.
That's it.
Like that one from Warnock. And here come the Hawkeyes right back. Soares working on Czinano. And the 3rd foul on Monica.
You know, Hilton is loud. And it's loud. Yeah, Hilton Coliseum, and it's loud in here. But Coach Fenley talked about getting his team ready to play and having certain different signals that they could use. That's definitely a foul.
Free throw shooting for Iowa State. They are 5th in the country at 81%. They are now 3 for 9 in the game. Crazy things can happen in these types of rivalry games.
Much better rhythm and cadence to what Iowa's doing. They just are accelerating through their actions a little bit quicker here in the second half. Caitlin Clark has yet to take a shot.
Emily Ryan. Suarez got it.
Well, now with Czinano with those 3 fouls, you absolutely go right at her.
8 points, 9 rebounds for Suarez. Here's Clark. Her first shot of the second half, got it.
This crowd is just begging.
Suarez, the double comes. She gives it up. Step back 3. Suarez boards. Got it. Going to work on Czinano right now. And into double digits. Czinano mid-range. Now it's starting to heat up in Hawkeye.
Here we go.
Ryan 3. And that will go to Iowa and a chance to grab the lead back.
Suarez on the offensive boards. Remember, neither one of these teams get a lot of O boards. Caitlin Clark operating in the logo in the middle of the lane. Drops it off for a 15-footer for Czinano.
Warnock 3. Ryan with the push.
Boy, Warnock really being physical with Jones. Yeah, off the ball, it's a little too much. Freedom of movement, displacing the cutter. Good call by the official. That would be Jesse Dickerson over there making that call. Watch right here. Jones trying to move. You see Warnock not letting her cut. Clean it up. We like that call. Well, I like those kind of calls.
Jones trying to post up inside. Ryan will take it all the way. Clark. Caitlin Clark bumped on the drive.
And this is where Beth, Caitlin's strength has gotten better. Hips and shoulders game. She gets her hips and her shoulders lower than the defender. She just blows by. Iowa State with a 1-point lead.
Do this don't give up thing all by myself. This whole fight, this journey thing is not a solo venture. This is something that requires support.
It's V Week at ESPN, and when we partner with the V Foundation to highlight the urgent need for cancer research, this is game-changing research that can help save lives. Lives like Jesse Dickerson, Debbie, one of the officials tonight who is a cancer survivor.
Yeah, he's battling prostate cancer. He told us before the game he's got another round of treatment, and he's doing exceptionally well. And it's great to see Jesse. He's been around the game a long time.
Of course, part of the V Foundation is the Stuart Scott Cancer Research Fund. We just heard Stuart's memorable speech. ESPN and the V Foundation are proud to support this fund in Stuart's honor. You can support as well by visiting v.org/Stuart. 100% of those donations goes to research, and there's Caitlin Clark out of the timeout for the lead for Iowa.
I was hoping I was going to have to get my tape measure out before we left Iowa City. That was a deep 3.
And a turnover for Iowa State.
Their tendency on out-of-bounds plays is for Caitlin to get it right back, and then watch the screen right here after the post entry. Good relocation on the perimeter by Clark. She's such a pulse of the game, the feel, the rhythm, all of it. They like this horn set with her off the ball.
They run a double at her and a bump from Kane. Her second.
So when Suarez has been in the game, Sonano has been in as well. Both coaches have been countering in that matchup. But Sonano does have 3 fouls.
Clark off the bounce. Tried to step through O'Grady. Clark calling for the screen, gets the switch. Warnock, nice fake. O'Grady got it, short corner.
When you move the ball, you force teams to have to close out long because they're both really good three-point shooting teams, but then you attack it. That's when you can get numbers.
7-0 run for Iowa. Jones picked it up. Dew, way off. Long rebound, Davis. Martin calling for it. Cade off the bounce. Timeout, Iowa State.
It's heating up in transition. Attack to closeout's what I'm talking about. Bucket high off the glass.
to 6, Iowa outscoring Iowa State here in the third quarter, Debbie.
Well, I think they're getting in rhythm because they're getting what they want now. They're moving the ball, they're spacing the floor, they're playing inside out. And Caitlin Clark is 2 for 4 in this half.
That's their 9-0 run to take charge. She's already matched her point total from the first half and has hit a couple of threes. Led by as many as 8 in the first half, then Iowa State went up by 7. And now the Hawkeyes back on top by 6. Ashley Jones steps back for 3, rattles it in and out. O'Grady outlets to Clark.
When Caitlin Clark switches sides of the floor, that's when I think she's the most dangerous, when she slices the court.
Turnover there, trying to get it into O'Grady. Jones gets it in underneath for 2.
She's a tough customer now. Like, her demeanor and expression never change.
Clark for 3. Transition pull-up.
She comes up the right side. Splash. I mean, come on. She's 3 for 3 in the second half.
After one of the worst shooting halves of her career in the first half, she has bounced back.
You know what, Beth, remember she talked to us about confidence today.
Yeah.
You know, that's the area that she says she's worked on the most. A 5 count. That's the second turnover in the second half for Iowa State. Yeah, confidence. The reps. She's put the time in, the work in. She's got supreme confidence. And quite frankly, in college basketball, you don't really have time to lose your confidence. There's not that many games.
O'Grady gets it back out to Clark. Right back into Addison. Got it.
Post, kick, repost deeper. 2 points. Quite frankly, Iowa's getting anything they want right now offensively.
They've hit their last 5 shots. Solaris, pass picked off. Clark gets it back for 3. Tried to bring the house down with that one. A bridge too far.
That's not going to stop her from taking the next one down the court.
No. Ryan. And now Warnock.
And see, this is where Caitlin Clark has great feel. All right, managing the game right here. Slow it down. Run what you want. You've been able to get high percentage shots.
Martin for three. Good. 17-2 run. Ryan. Now Fritz off the bounce. Iowa has kept Ashley Jones quiet tonight.
Boy, another foul off the ball.
It's going to be on O'Grady. Hey, on Saturday, it's an ACC Big 12 college basketball doubleheader for you. North Carolina, Georgia Tech, followed by Kansas and Missouri. Both games also on your ESPN app for a Saturday doubleheader.
How about the Tar Heels losing 4 in a row? Georgia Tech coming off a huge win over their rival Georgia.
On the women's side on Sunday, 1 o'clock ESPN, it's Louisville, Kentucky. And then 3 o'clock Sunday on ABC, it's UConn, Maryland. It's a women's double dip for you Sunday.
Let's see if Iowa State goes back to zone. They did that at the end of the first quarter on the last possession, but they did it when Caitlin Clark had the ball in her hands on the top of the floor.
They are now 3 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. Again, one of the best in the country at over 80% coming in. Davis back to O'Grady. O'Grady beats the buzzer and one, and a terrific hustle play from Kate Martin to keep it alive. More points in the third quarter than the entire first half for Iowa, led by Caitlin Clark.
A simple ball screen, you got to go over the top of that harder, and then they're doing a nice job of playing inside out. Of course, the logo 3 is always available for Caitlin Clark. I think the rhythm of Iowa playing inside out, sharing the basketball, moving it the way they've moved it, and after that poor shooting first half from Caitlin Clark, she has picked it up here in the second.
And we got ourselves a triple-double watch. She had one against Wisconsin in their last game. And heading into the fourth, Caitlin Clark, 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. On the other side, for Iowa State, Ashley Jones, 9 points and 7 rebounds. It hasn't been the best shooting night for either of their superstars, but a big blast, outscoring Iowa State for Iowa 27-8 in that third quarter.
The other thing too, Beth, is only 6 assists for Iowa State. They're a team that averages 68% of their baskets assisted on the season.
And they fight their way back into it. Ryan, good. That's one way to do it. They hit about 10 threes per game.
Look, the way they shoot the 3, this game's far from over.
That's their 6th of the night. 7 for Iowa this evening.
Much better defense right there on that ball screen.
Clark gets it with 10 on the shot clock.
You better get your hands up.
Here's Davis. Shot clock winding down. They don't see it. Oh, backed in by Martin to beat the buzzer.
I mean, when it's going your way, it's going your way.
Martin now with 11. She's got 3 triples. Soares faces. Clark with a rebound. That's 7. Get the assist too? Not on that one.
Oh, I don't know if you want to give 6'6" the move,
No.
the ball on the move like that.
Clark will take advantage. 17 for Caitlin. Timeout, Iowa State.
While we were away, the officials had to review that three-point attempt by Kate Martin to see if she got it off in time. And they ruled that she did not get it off in time.
Take the three off the board.
When you're looking at the shot clock, it's horn light. A buzzer beater is clock light horn. It's a little weird rule.
John.
I don't know. Seems confusing to me.
Another reason why you're still waiting for your invitation to join the rules committee,
Yes,
is that right?
I am waiting to be on the rules committee. I don't understand why. I guess it's because I'm not a part of a member institution.
So Kate Martin is back to 8 points on the night, and the total tally now 52-39. We could probably find you an institution, Debbie.
Oh yeah, I know I could find an institution. Oh yeah, there's plenty out there.
Couple minutes gone in the fourth quarter, and here comes Iowa State. So you take the three away, and now you add a three to theirs. This could be a little 6-point swing out of the timeout.
Yeah, right here, Fritz does a nice job of attacking. Remember the first play of the second half, Fritz got Caitlin Clark on the block and picked up her first foul.
Iowa State wins tonight, by the way. They would clinch the entire Cy-Hawk series for the year. That's how good they were head-to-head in the spring sports. The men's game is tomorrow night, by the way. Here's Davis. Shot clock again winding down. They're going to have to jack. Martin, can she do it again? Yes, she can! Oh, my goodness.
Molly Davis setting that up perfectly.
Took one away from her, and she got it right back.
Well, Iowa State's going to look at this, and they're going to say it's not the Iowa defense. You know, they have missed a bunch of shots.
They've had their chances. Clark. Sonano goes to the left and a foul.
They are so good at feeding the post. They understand angles, timing, the connection between Clark and Sonano on this action right here, and timing. Look at that delivery. Leads her right into her step through. She's got such a good offhand move, good counters, good double moves.
Iowa's trying to secure their first win over a ranked opponent this year.
Monica Sonano dribbles more at the free throw line, taking free throws than she does when she scores field goals.
Suarez, no. Hard rebound and a foul. The reach in on Martin will get Danae Fritz back to the line. So last year in this matchup, Debbie, both Clark and Jones went to, or 2 years ago, went to town. They both scored over 30. Last year, they were both over 25. And this year, well, some of the others are picking things up for them. Clark has been better in the second half and is now, again, flirting with a triple-double.
Well, you know, I mean, when Caitlin Clark scores more than 40 points, they're just 2 and 3 in her career. And she gets triple doubles now. That's hard to deal with.
She is now the Big Ten's all-time leader, by the way, in that category after she scored 22 points with 10 rebounds and 10 assists in their Big Ten opening win over Wisconsin.
Passing Sam Logic, who was a great player here at Iowa. Caitlin Clark gets it right back.
Marshall wide open.
They're in a zone. And Fritz didn't bump down to cover the corner.
She was over from downtown in their last 2 games, and she breaks loose there. Marshall couldn't slow down, runs into Ryan.
Keep in mind, Iowa State only has 2 team fouls, Iowa with 3. Should Iowa State be able to get a couple of stops in a row? They've got to score, though. They can't keep can't keep coming up with empty possessions right now if they're going to get back in it. They've got time.
Well, and Ashley Jones in this second half is 1 for 3. He only had 3 field goal attempts and 1 basket. That's an extra step from Davis. And Lisa Bluter reminding her team, hey, we're the team with the lead right now. Let's not be in such a hurry.
While staying aggressive.
Move, yeah. Play fast, but not in a hurry.
Yeah, that's John Wooden.
See if they can get Jones a look. There she is. And she's got the 3.
I mean, it's going to be hard to be able to come back, but you got to handle it.
Clark. Reaching foul on Payne. Tomorrow, it's the 32nd annual Home Depot College Football Awards Show. Reese Davis hosting our coverage, which begins at 7 o'clock on ESPN and the app for all of the college football awards as we build towards bowl season. Gets underway not this weekend, but next already. Whew.
2 Big Tens, a Big 12, and an SEC in the playoffs.
Approaching the halfway point of this 4th quarter.
All right, you got to try to put a little pressure on Iowa now, right? I mean, if you can score here and you can get a couple of stops in a row, put some game pressure on them.
Jones gets another clean look and hits back-to-back triples.
And this is how you start to see teams get tighter now, right? Now you got to handle it if you're Iowa. I think Lisa Bluter wants a timeout.
16-point deficit. They've chopped it down to 10.
I don't think Caitlin Clark wanted a timeout there. She wants to play.
Well, since we're here in Iowa, we have to revisit one of the big stories of the weekend in college basketball, and the legendary career of C. Vivian Stringer celebrated at Rutgers as they named the court for C. Viv. Longtime coach, of course, at Rutgers, started out her career at Cheney State, and in the middle was right here for a dozen years at Iowa, guiding the Hawkeyes to the 1993 Final Four.
It's the 30th anniversary of C. Vivian Stringer's team going to the Final Four. Ohio State was in that Final Four with Katie Smith, the freshman All-American, and that's the game that Cheryl Swoops dropped 47 on the Buckeyes, and Texas Tech and Marcia Sharp won a national championship.
Yeah, congratulations to Coach Stringer in her retirement now.
At 74, she's looking pretty good. I watched part of that game.
A fabulous career. Martin spins in the lane.
Kate Martin needs to be that third option every night. She and Warnock.
Three. No. Caitlin Clark able to track it down. Clark off the bounce. Czinano fouled.
I'm not sure about the shot selection on the other end, right? I mean, Ashley Jones just hit a couple of threes.
Get her a touch, right?
I mean, I would ride the All-American right now.
Czinano, 14 points, 9 rebounds. The Clark watch, 17 points. She needs 2 rebounds and 3 assists to get back-to-back triple-doubles. What a wild year already with all the parity we've seen around the country.
So fun.
Of course, South Carolina, the defending champs, unbeaten at the top and looking strong again.
I think Stanford is the next best team right now, and then after that, it's wide open.
Yep.
I really like Ohio State. Kevin McGuff might have his best team.
Indiana's right there behind them. Clark will walk it up. Marshall circles back. Clark with under 10 on the shot clock. Donarski defends. Inside, Czinano for 2.
What a combination. That's a pretty good inside-outside duo.
Oh, and they used the entire shot clock as well. Under 3 minutes to go. Soares, no.
I think Iowa showed a lot of maturity here in the second half as they got the double-digit lead, and they have not let Iowa State back in.
Clark curls for 2 more. She's got 19.
Boy, they love them some hoops in this state, don't they? You don't let them back in. You send a message and you say, we're going to separate right now. Off the glass, Czinano. The curl by Clark. Back-to-back 2s for one of the top 2-point percentage teams in the nation.
They've scored on their last 6 possessions, and they are outscoring Iowa State in the second half, 45-22. And it started with Clark knocking down some triples. She's now got 4 of them on the night. The triple-double watch, 2 rebounds and 2 assists away.
You know, this is a really big win for Iowa, because if they had lost this game, that would have put them losing 3 of their last 4. That would be tough to consider hosting in the NCAA tournament, right? Because it matters right now.
Yeah. Of course, they hosted a year ago, and in one of the bigger stunners we've seen in tournament history, Creighton came in here and knocked them out, and then went on to knock Iowa State out. For South Carolina got them. Here's Lexi Donarski. But again, love to see these cross-conference matchups, especially in-state rivalries like this, but according to the preseason polls, these are still the 2 teams to beat in the Big Ten and the Big 12.
Well, I think the Big 12 is deeper this year than it's been in a while, and certainly the Big 10 is outstanding. ACC looking pretty good as well.
Yeah. They got 4 teams in the top 10 right now?
Yep. Undefeated Virginia Tech, keep your eye on them.
Final 2 minutes. And Clark Turns it over.
One of the things that Caitlin Clark talked to us today was not just about her confidence, but building confidence around her teammates. She knows that she and Czinano can deliver, right? And they need everyone else, though, if they're going to go further in the tournament than they did last year.
They've got Minnesota coming up next, a conference game. Iowa State will be on ESPN again against Villanova shortly.
How about that,
a 5-second violation.
That's the second one here in the second half.
Czinano out to Clark. Back to Czinano.
I think the one thing that Caitlin Clark could get better at, though, is using screens, like rubbing her defender off some screens, taking a sharper angle sometimes. Help her get a little more separation.
Jones, double comes from Clark. Ryan. Got it. Quick timeout, Iowa State following the 3 in the final minute now here in Iowa City.
Kay Martin. This is who Caitlin Clark told us today was going to have a big game, and boy, was she right. She sensed it early this morning at shoot-around. Martin doing a nice job of spotting up. Hey, who wouldn't want to play with Caitlin Clark, right? She's going to get you the ball. Get your hands ready. Get your feet ready.
Averages 6 a game. She's doubled that tonight. Has knocked down 3 triples.
She grew up wanting to be a Hawkeye, cared about this rivalry, and delivered.
Well, that's what they talked about at shoot-around today. We need all of us. And they've gotten that balance. 3 players in double figures. Czinano with a double-double tonight, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Only 1 double-digit scorer on the other side for Iowa State. Suarez, with 1 double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds. Ryan and Jones with 15 points apiece.
Yeah, not a good shooting night for Iowa State. Really not a great shooting night for Iowa. Certainly the first half was a struggle for both teams, but I think Lisa Bluder's got to feel good about some of the maturity that her team has shown. And the officials were taking a look at a play because Lisa Bluder, I believe, asked them to take a look at a play involving Ashley Jones and some flailing. But they're not going to do anything about it.
Officials got together and talked about it and then talked to Lisa. And after the long discussion with the officials, Lisa Bluder calls the timeout to get together with her team.
There's not a little gamesmanship going on here, is it?
I don't think so. I think she... See if we can. It was this play that they were talking about, and did she catch Marshall in the head? I guess.
I think she was trying to pass the ball, and it was the follow through. I don't think she was trying to do anything to Marshall. We had a play earlier. Remember, was Suarez got hit in the face on a Czinano follow through. Officials didn't look at that one either. Less time at the monitor.
Guess they've got it cleared up now. Marshall does go to the bench. And the chant of Hawkeye State is underway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Blocked. Trying to clean it up is Warnock, and she's fouled.
Running a play for Kate Martin, trying to get her. That's how you build confidence right there. That's what Caitlin Clark was doing. Trying to set her up.
Seven points, 6 rebounds for Warnock, the senior out of Madison, Wisconsin. Let's look at what is still to come for Iowa heading into the holiday season.
Don't be sleeping on Tanya Warren's team at Northern Iowa either. That is that's a well put together ball club out of the Valley.
Shout out to the entire state of Iowa, right? Drake basketball, these two clubs. Runners good from Donarski.
Timeout to advance the ball.
And here's what's still to come for Iowa State. Their December 18th game is a TV game with Villanova. And then Drake on the 22nd.
Hey, Maddie Segrist from Villanova can fill it up. Denise Dillon's got herself a really good ball club there. And then Drake, as you mentioned, the state of Iowa, right? That's the thing. The 4 Division I teams in this state, they all play each other. It's great for the fans.
So final possession here, they don't have to take a shot.
I assume they're just going to dribble the clock out.
And Clark will run it out. Iowa's going to beat Iowa State. 70-57 is your final. And a big second half for the Hawkeyes after they trailed by 5 at the break. Caitlin Clark finishes with 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. And really got it together after halftime, Debbie.
Are we surprised? I don't think so. I mean, she's a gamer, a competitor. Knows she can put up big numbers anytime, but she got her teammates involved tonight. And that's really the key for Iowa having success, is for Caitlin to distribute, make everybody else better, make the game easier for her teammates.
Woo! Woo! Not pretty, but that's gritty.
Courtside with Caitlin Clark. What's your analysis?
Not pretty, but that's gritty. That's what we're about. I think that just showed what type of team we can be. You know, no matter how we play on the offensive end of the floor, defense is all that matters. It was the little things for us today. We didn't shoot it as well as we would have liked. I guess not too bad, but could have been better, but it's all what it's all about.
What switched in the second half, Caitlin?
You know, I let the game come to me. I think I was forcing it a little early. Tough shots that I didn't need to take. Got my teammates involved there. Kate, what did I tell you at shoot-around?
You told us. We said you were right.
Kate's going to step up today, and what did she do? She stepped up. She was the X factor for us. Gabby hit a big 3 there in the corner. But that's what it's about. That's Iowa basketball, baby. This crowd was incredible. I mean, this is where women's basketball lives. Iowa City, baby.
all the games obviously are big, but this one's got to be a little special, right? In-state, and so many people, you're either a Cyclone fan or a Hawkeye fan, and to be able to win this second time, right, for you in your career.
Yeah, I mean, we were coming off COVID last year, so kind of a difficult task for us to go to Ames and play there. But, you know, this is so good for our state. Women's basketball in our state is tremendous. Not only Iowa State, but Drake, you and I. We got 4 great teams. I mean, the talent level, especially from the young age to now. I mean, I grew up with a lot of these girls that were on the court playing. The talent level is tremendous, and, you know, the game in the state of Iowa is special. So I mean, I hope the whole world's watching now. Really skilled players in our state, and I think we showed that today.
We talked a lot about confidence, and I thought in the second half your team showed tremendous maturity, especially late when Iowa State cut it to 10-8. And then you guys came back and you scored a couple of baskets in a row, and it wasn't always you doing all the scoring. How important is it for everyone to be involved?
That's when we're at our best. When we play the best, you know, we got multiple people in double figures. I think we had, what, 3 tonight, almost 4. So, you know, that's what it's about. When other people step up, it's not going to be just me and Monica. We're a really hard team to beat when we play defense and we have multiple people in double figures. So I hope this gives us that boost that we needed. It really felt like we were going to break through, and I felt like we broke through tonight, especially on the defensive end. We showed what type of team we're capable of being. So I'm just excited for this group, honestly.
Caitlin said defense about 5 or 6 times in this interview. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
Rare occasion for me, too.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.
Flirted with a triple-double tonight, and the Iowa Hawkeyes get the dub over Iowa State, 70-57, your final score. And now back to the studio with Monica and Rebecca.